I'm sorry. Uwunya.
Yeah.
Howdy, folks. My name is Marble, and my pronouns are she, her.
Hi, my name is Ray, and my pronouns are he, him.
And I'm Jupiter, and my pronouns are she, they. And welcome back. It's time to log in to Deck of Friendship. I remembered. Today, we watched episode 18 of season 1 of Log Horizon.
Everybody strap in and grab your gigantic bucket of disgusting drenched popcorn.
That's filled with imitation butter. It's imitation butter.
It imitates butter.
Grab your snorkels, everyone. We're going for a dive into the butter.
Into that nasty liquefied popcorn you have in your bucket there.
Into that oil mixed with salt.
Who's that at the bottom? Hello?
Hi, hello. Who's this at the bottom? It's me.
What?
Slimy Jones.
Is that Slimy Jones?
Hi, Slimy Jones.
Slimy Joe.
Hey, if anyone's confused on this bit, go check out Joy's Twitter.
I don't know.
Check out my Twitter like 2 weeks back.
Yeah.
Yeah, for real.
For this whole engagement.
Or don't.
Or don't. It's fine.
Or don't. You don't have to.
Here, listen, if you really want to be in on it, just look at the replies and quote retweets to twitter.com/marble/status/135422166 haha 465931269.
How do you measure a year?
Minus the haha.
Yeah, I was going to ask.
Yeah, minus the haha. That was me reacting to the funny number.
Now, Ray brings up a good point. How do you measure a year?
In daylights? In sunsets? In midnights?
And cups of coffee?
In inches and miles and laughter and strife?
Laughter and strife.
Cloud strife. We're back.
In
so the cold
Strungus,
open.
In Blungus. Oh.
Sorry, I got us back with anime.
It's been a while since I've seen Rent, so.
Yeah, I've never seen Rent.
Oh, that was a rant.
That was a Rent.
That one was a rant. Okay, cool.
So the princess is in Akihabara, and she's like, wow! And then Krusty's being rude, and Shiro's like, I'm not paying attention because I'm letting this happen. And that's the cold open.
Oh, that's kind of the whole episode, really.
That's the whole episode.
So, yeah, cold open, yeah, they've arrived in the city, and I think literally the only thing that happens is, like, Reneshi's just like, wow, it's cool over here. Did I mention how much I love your freedom? Anyway, what do I need to do? And then they're like, get out of the street now.
Shiro's like, you need to go.
We're already missing an important detail that I have to inform the public of. Turns out in the opening, there's a split second.
Oh, yeah.
in the very start of the opening, there's just a big wad of hair that just like flies past the screen. Just a big wad of cut hair that just flies around on the screen for a second.
Like in the opening, the way the opening of the show is, there's just like this little, like, it starts off, you know how anime openings go, and there's just like weird effects and like bubbles and, you know, whatever.
Just floating around in some particle effects.
Yeah, it looks like kind of like a pool of water for a second and it turns into like the universe or whatever. And for a moment there's just like some hair.
Yeah.
Just like a hair clipping.
It's
like
mine.
You would see at the barber.
Has that always been there?
I don't know. Let's watch. I'm going to pull open Log Horizon opening on YouTube and see if it's there. Because what are the odds that, like...
No, you'll get spoiled on all of the misogyny and the...
No, it's the Log Horizon. We've seen this.
Oh, yeah, no, you're right. We've seen all of it.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, there it is.
Oh, wow.
The hair is there.
Huh.
Whose hair is that?
Mine.
My guess is Marble.
Yeah, my guess is, you know, if I had to speculate, you know, there's a lot of lore to dig into, but I think it's Joy.
Yeah. See, what I do is, because my hair is turquoise, So what I do to throw people off my trail is when I cut my hair, I dye the cut hair brown and then throw it into some anime openings. So if you ever are watching an anime and you see a wad of brown hair fly through there, it's because I was disposing of the cut hairs.
Do you just like open like a mini pocket portal and just like, this is where this goes now?
There are no portals in my pockets. I just throw it out the window and it lands in an anime.
Yeah, don't you know? I mean, like, I know that we've never been over to Joy's place, but, like, you know, we've seen pictures outside the window. There's just anime openings flying by all the time.
Is that not normal?
I think it's normal.
No, for others. Does that not happen to other people?
Oh.
Well, because I'm in the Pacific Northwest, the only thing that we get is just...
Bigfoot. Got it. Just Bigfoot is flying around your windows all the time. Got it.
Yeah. Well, it's Bigfoot and the Twin Peaks opening. That's it.
Right.
If it's the Pacific Northwest, then instead of anime flying around everywhere, you just have podcasts.
I should move.
You're right. That's how I got into the biz. A couple too many got into my room. They just flew in. Never got the stink off me. So yeah, there's the opening where Krusty is rude, and then there's the da-na-na-na-na-na-na-na-na-na, and then the regular show happens and Krusty is rude.
Yeah. I was very vocal this episode specifically at yelling at Krusty.
Oh yeah.
I know I've been pretty like not complacent, like pretty passive in my disgust and disdain of Krusty in past episodes doing our reviews, but this one I'm like, throw him off the boat.
He seems to be very DTN, which of course means down to neg.
Could you define neg for those who might not know what it means?
Negging is when... Let's see. This might not be the dictionary definition, but as I understand and as I have experienced it, it's basically just when a guy... Well, I guess gender doesn't necessarily matter in this situation, but it's basically when somebody just like bullies and nitpicks everything somebody does, and usually in media at least it's like written off to be like charming, but really it's kind of just like it's like whittling down at someone's self-esteem.
And you can see that with the princess in this. Don't do it.
Yeah.
Don't do it.
Yeah, it's like genuinely like very gross. Krusty's whole attitude. I mean this episode, but also just like the whole series.
Yeah. Also, every time he insults the princess, I'm like, those are some big words from like someone who isn't the best character, aka anyone that isn't Princess Lunecia.
Thank you for understanding.
Yeah, it's okay. So this episode, like, much in the way that this show has been doing, it sort of cuts in between what's going on back at the palace, where Mishitaka and Henrietta are sort of like representing the adventurers to the kingdom. And Shiro, Lunecia, and Krusty, who are back in Akihabara, trying to rally up forces to do the bare minimum.
Yeah. Remember that whole conversation last time about the bare minimum?
Yeah.
We're here.
We're here. But yeah, so... Oh, right, yes. The only thing that happens in the palace at this point in the episode is that Mishitaka looks over and he's just like, oh, I'm bored. I wish something was going on. And he looks over and sees Sojiro
just existing.
Just surrounded by all, like, a bunch of folks, all a bunch of suitors or whatever. And oh my god, what was it that one of them said? That outfit is yummies.
See,
that's what I heard.
You're saying that, and I must have like blocked that out of my memory immediately after it happened because I don't remember that.
Yeah, I do, and I don't want to.
That outfit is yummies.
That outfit is yummy.
I would love to say that to somebody, but not trying to like woo them. Like,
right.
Hey, Joy, that outfit is yummies. Legit.
Thank you. Oh my god, your outfit is yummies.
Oh my god, thanks. It's my workout clothes.
I'm gonna go to a fashion show and say that
It's delicious.
your outfit is absolutely. I couldn't think of a synonym for delicious.
Scrumptious.
Scrumptious.
Or you could say scrungus.
Scrungus. Your outfit is absolutely scrungus.
I don't regret helping you.
That's the only compliment I'll accept from now on.
Get an email from me because I still use those here in 2021 that says, Jupiter, your outfit is scrungus.
Do I sound okay right now?
Yeah.
Okay, good, because I'm laying on a pillow.
Yeah, I mean, I think I could tell. Something about your audio quality just sort of like...
I think that my demeanor and mannerisms change when my head touches a pillow.
Well, who's the nicer of us?
Which one of us tells niceties and which one of us is mean?
Who's the meaner and who's the nicer?
One of us tells only negs.
Oh, it's Krusty.
Mishitaka sees all of this fawning over Sojiro, and then he says, I'm gonna puke, and I felt that.
And then he did.
And then
that was the messed up part of it, is that he just did right after, like, on command.
And I'm like, follow through, Mishitaka.
Yeah, it's like, he was right next to a railing. He could have gone over, but no, he just went right there.
That's how you know he meant it. That was calculated. That wasn't him getting sick. That was him being like, you know what? I know exactly how to respond to this.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a protest puke.
Oh.
Ew.
Oh, that is disgusting. I'm going to move on.
I'm like still nauseous from all the time I spent in VR today, and this conversation isn't doing me any favors.
Let's move on.
Sorry.
What happened?
Let's move on.
I mean, I contributed.
That's fair, but still.
We're all guilty. So then it goes over back to Akihabara. Oh, right. This is the part of the episode where they're giving her new clothes that she doesn't want. And she is also introduced to crescent burgers.
She also, like, doesn't do the thing that everyone else did when she eats a crescent burger. Everyone else is like, oh, this is God's gift to mankind. And she, like, takes a bite of it and she's like, okay.
Mm-hmm.
And also, just, like, the way everyone was talking about it was fairly yucky.
Yeah.
The one that stands out to me is somebody saying, oh, wow, she eats like a princess.
Yeah, was not a big fan of that at all.
Yeah, that's like that right there. Hey, y'all, this is a little tiny little microaggression.
Let's not.
Yeah.
People say that to me when I eat chicken fries from Burger King.
Wow, she even eats like a princess. She fit her.
I eat my Burger King chicken fries pinky out.
Joy eats like a princess.
Joy does eat like a princess. Oh my god.
This is not I'm not dumbfounded. I'm just stating facts. Joy eats what did you say? Chicken fingers from Burger King?
Burger King chicken fries.
Chicken fries. I see. Only that?
Yeah, because regular fries are peasant food, so you just eat them normally. But chicken fries are like royalty, you know?
Our royalty.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. Joy slurps her popcorn butter like a princess.
I'm sorry.
Wait, no, there's tears to this.
Oh, no.
I eat my chicken fries like a princess, pinky out, right?
Yeah.
I eat my fries like a peasant, aka just like picking it up and eating it.
Uh-huh.
And then I eat my butter sloshed popcorn with ardent desperation like a horse that has not eaten in 8 days.
You know, I was going to say you missed the word slurp, but you did so much better.
So much better. Oh, God. Oh, beans.
Can I point out my astute observation about
yes
the situation in this show?
Mm-hmm.
So I made an observation while we were watching today, and it just kind of like hit me, but kind of started to connect some dots. And it seems like the person who wrote this story, I'm not sure what came first, the anime or the manga. Either way, it seems that whoever did this, whoever did this show to us, seemed to really, really like situations where girls don't want to wear a specific outfit, but then they have to anyways, or are forced to.
Yeah.
Happens a lot, huh?
That's about as SFW as I can put it.
Yeah.
Right. If you want to go one layer more SFW, I will say this. Is that the power dynamics that this show is interested in exploring are all pretty predatory.
And they are often clothing based.
And they're often clothing based as well, which is extremely wild. And I don't know how to talk about that on the show, but it's extremely wild.
But it's worth mentioning.
I don't know if we could talk about it in depth on this show, but if you want to hear more, oh well.
If you want to hear more, DM Joe Biden. He's seen this show. He'll answer your questions.
He'll know.
Just
he'll absolutely know.
Tell him Decker Friendship sent you.
He'll know.
He'll know.
That's my ramune. I almost said marble soda, but then that just sounds like it's my soda. But it's my ramune. Listen to this.
Can you stop shaking?
Yes.
Me.
That's the sound of me shaking Ray.
Thanks.
Hey, Ray,
yeah.
Where's your lunch money?
I don't have any. Because it's yours now.
Okay, thank you.
So you can buy your Burger King chicken fries and eat them
like a princess.
Like a princess.
Chomp, 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 chomp.
I'm sorry, you shook me so much I'm gonna puke.
Is that okay?
I mean, yeah, it's just gonna happen.
Okay.
Okay, so I do want to talk about this a little bit more, though. Not specifically the outfit thing, because I don't know that there's a well that we can plunge there. But I do want to talk about the general, like, power dynamics of the show. Because, like, okay, so think about, like, if you're a people of the land and you have a problem with an adventurer, what is your recompense?
None.
Mm-hmm.
Right, because the adventurers, like, are way stronger just by the virtue of the leveling system that they have. I was thinking about it of, like, if Linesia because we were joking while watching of just, like, Linesia just absolutely knock Krusty off of a boat or whatever. And I was thinking about it, I was just like, first, like, even if Linesia, like ran him through with a sword or whatever, that probably wouldn't do that much HP damage.
Yeah, especially since, I don't know if you missed this, but Linesia is, like, has to wear lower than level 4 armor.
Oh, sure, yeah.
That was a conversation Shiro was having in the background.
Right.
So, like, not a lot.
And, like, even if they do successfully manage to kill an adventurer, all you have is a pissed off adventurer who is in church.
And a pissed off adventurer might accidentally dedicate their entire life to killing a people of the land if that happens.
Yeah.
Right.
It's because it's such a nothing thing to them. They literally are thinking of people of the land as not people.
Mm-hmm.
So they're like, this is just like video games. I could kill people and it's fine.
Right.
One of my like biggest problems with the setting of this current arc is that, like, I am constantly anxious about Lunecia. Because literally, it doesn't matter what level they are. Any random jerk in the crowd could just be like, I'm going to kill a princess, and then just do it because she's a people of the land and is, like, fundamentally, like, about as strong as like a twig in a world of, I don't know, a twig in a world of where everyone else is just straight up Superman. Just, like, firing lasers out of their face.
I like that. I was going to say a twig in a world of chainsaws.
Dude, that's though. It's true though. It's true though. Like it's in my opinion, it's a problem with the setting, specifically because I think that, like, you know, if you make a setting like this where like the people of the land are like inherently like 1,000 times weaker than like even your weakest adventurer, and then you go ahead and like create a story arc around the fact that like adventurers will never ever either be held accountable or hold each other accountable for their actions, and that's good in some way. Like it's confusing because it's like the message here is what we got from last episode is Princess Lunecia confronting all the people, being like, you aren't respecting the individual freedom of adventurers by asking them to help us. I am going to go there in person and request it. Relies on Lunecia admitting and accepting that, like, any one of them with their own agency, any adventurer could lay waste to their kingdom at any given moment, and is just like okay with it.
There's even a part of this episode where Mishitaka and Henrietta are meeting with the king, I believe, or maybe they're meeting like two other nobles or whatever. I don't remember.
It was the granddad.
But they're in a meeting either way, and they're having this conversation about like what relations are going to be like between the adventurers and the people of the land going forward. You know, I think it was like the grandfather, the king, saying, we're always going to need protection from adventurers. And, you know, the monsters coming back are a real thing that are just going to keep happening because of that world magic that happened before the second world magic. And they are about to have a conversation about the inequalities between adventurers and people of the land. And there's this tense moment. And then Mishitaka's just like, I don't want to talk about it. I don't want to talk about my privilege. I don't want to address the inequalities that we inherently have. I'm gonna go away. Bye.
Yeah, I see what that reads to me as, if they never readdress that, which I sure hope that they do at some point. But if they don't readdress that, then it quite literally just reads as like the creator acknowledging that this is an in-universe problem and then being like,
I don't know how to answer it. Yeah.
Pretty messed up, right?
Yeah, well, there's certainly precedent with the whole thing of, hey, do you think goblins have souls? Nah.
Yeah. Remember that? That seems it's the thing about it is that the show and this series keeps bringing up interesting things, and then the show decides, I'm gonna put that away. Now I showed it to you. Now I'm gonna put it away.
Yeah. I kind of like looking at this show through the lens of like, hey, like, you know, the show has this really interesting setting where these topics could be explored, but it doesn't. But you know, we're still free to explore the topics in discussion, and I like that because they set so many interesting things up, and when you like talk about Log Horizon's plot and like the dynamics between the characters, in terms of what they could be, I feel like it's like way more interesting than what ends up happening.
I think that's part of why I gravitated towards the show back in the day, is because of all these interesting things.
Yeah,
it sparks conversation because it is it sets up a lot of interesting things. Whether or not the show decides to address those things, well, you know,
right?
I don't want to talk about it.
I don't want to talk about it. You know what? I don't want to address it. It's probably nothing. Nah, never mind.
It's probably a non-existent thing that we bring all these things up. Y'all want to talk about the whole stage show?
No, I think that part was staged.
It wasn't, though. Renetia was literally like, what's happening? And Krusty said smirk, and she's like, oh, got it.
Yeah, like, okay, so
This scene is messy because they just throw her on the stage and they're like, all right, say whatever you want.
Right.
Okay, so the whole thing is that Rainesha is here to ask the adventurers for help, right? And there's this whole outfitting her in cool armor thing that we breeze past.
That she doesn't want to wear.
She doesn't want to wear. She is very vocal about that. And we're on a stage in the early morning, and there's a bunch of adventurers, and Shiro and Krusty are just like saying big words about what's going on and mildly lying, Shiro, I'm looking at you, about the gravity of the situation. And then they're like, okay, now somebody's here to talk to you. And there was no announcement for Rainesha. She did not practice. And I'm like, part of it could be because she knows how to talk in front of groups.
Oh, right. Did they even introduce her?
No, Shiro said, there's somebody here who wants to talk to you, and then she introduced herself.
Shiro did way worse than that, though, because he was like, listen, these people who we're about to tell you about are in tons of trouble. They could die. But remember, we don't have to help them. And also, helping them is it's denial of your own personal freedom or agency or whatever. He's like, how can I set Lunecia up to fail as much as possible?
Oh, yeah. And then it goes one step further of like, she's already nervous, but then they shine like 12 spotlights on her that weren't on Shiro.
Uh-huh.
God.
Or Krusty,
yeah.
They're both on stage with her.
Yeah, and yeah, she's like, hey, so we didn't talk about this. You just put me in an outfit that, again, I super don't want to wear, and now you're putting me in front of literal thousands of people.
It's grandstanding, right? And the whole thing is that Shiro and Krusty know it's gonna work, so they're not, like, worried about it, but also don't be butts about it and treat Rainesha like this.
Well, again, it's like, it's almost as if Krusty / the author wanted to humiliate her. Anyway, never mind. Let's not talk about that.
When I watched this the first time, like, oh yeah, Shiro and Krusty know that whatever Rainesha does, it's gonna work, so they didn't care. But watching it again, I'm like, ooh, I don't like any of this. This sucks. Why are you treating her like this?
Yeah, I mean,
oh, no.
Technically, that's true. I think that, like, Lunecia is strong enough to get past anything that these... I was gonna say another cuss word.
Yeah, I heard it in my head.
These little friends could dish out at her, but she shouldn't have to.
She shouldn't have to. That's the thing, right? They could have, like, sat down and talked a plan, and then she'd be like, okay, here's how I want to do it.
She is smarter and better than all of them.
I believe that Rainesha is going to stand on top at the end of everything, but that's just my headcanon.
I think the villain with glasses nickname was foreshadowing, and Lunecia is the real protagonist of the show.
Yeah, it'll be like the ultimate showdown of Ultimate Destiny at the end where it's Mr. Rogers, except it's Rainesha.
Yeah. Remember Shiro of Log Horizon? Well, Rainesha dethroned him, and now she's the leader of Log Horizon.
Good.
That's what I want.
No, she started a rival group, Pog Horizon,
and everyone joined, including the members of Log Horizon.
But then it got too cool for her, or she was too cool for them, and she left and started a third guild, which was a Final Fantasy crossover, Mog Horizon.
Kupo. And that's the only description. That's the description of the guild, is Kupo.
And then, of course, there's the iteration that takes place in Shrek's home, Bog Horizon. And then there's the one where everyone is the dragon from The Hobbit, Smog Horizon.
Yeah.
And then
Rainesha does a cool speech. Actually, sorry, I'm cutting this at the head.
And then the next one was really slow. It was Slog Horizon.
Okay. All right. We in it. All right. Good job, everybody. I'm taking us out of the guild bit. We're done. And then I'm saying that we're done now.
And then the credits rolled.
Can you sing the song for us? No.
Zuto!
Thank you, everybody, for joining us. This has been Deck of Friendship.
Wait, did anything else happen in this episode? I don't actually know.
Rainesha does a cool speech and rallies everybody, despite the attempts of Shiro and Krusty to embarrass her. And everyone's like, yeah. And also there's a tiny bit where, no, never mind. There's a tiny bit where she's giving her speech and there's just shots of people and there's just like 4 wolf people.
Oh yeah. Yeah, there were some good folks in the crowd shots. A big favorite of mine, was, the two of my favorites were actual bear person with scar over their eye.
Shia LaBeouf.
And person with bear costume head.
Oh, yeah, just like a funny cartoon bear head.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like a little mascot head.
Yeah, those were my 2 favorites.
Those were also my favorites. But all the adventures are like, yeah, of course we'll help you. Finally a quest from a princess. Ah!
I don't think they were listening.
They were all waiting. They were pressing A through the dialogue. No, legit. This is just a quest giver for them.
No, you're right. You're right.
Yeah,
you're correct.
She's just a quest giver for them. One of them says that, I think. Finally, a quest.
Oh my lord.
If you're here's the other half of Log Horizon that I think is very interesting is when you turn everything and gamify it. You're like, oh, Rainesha is just a quest giver, but it's also more than that, right?
Yeah. It is. That's a wild thought. You just put me in a little spin.
Yeah, no, I love that thought. Like, that happens a lot with this show, that it's just tiny things. The food thing, remember our thoughts about the food and the gamification of it? That keeps carrying through. And here's another example of it.
Yeah, now the burgers are in this episode, too.
Your burgers carry through.
The burgers carry through.
Everybody says, yeah, Rainesha, we're pressing A through it. I'm getting some coffee while I'm doing it. Okay, what's the quest? Go kill goblins? Got it.
Yeah, they're literally just like, a girl wants us to kill some things. All right, let's go.
Yeah, and that's that. And then they start setting up things with that.
Yeah.
How does it end? There's more to this episode. I know it.
There is more to this episode.
I don't think there's much more to this episode is the weird thing. Like, this one, it went by super fast, and also, I feel like the ending hit me out of nowhere, because I was ready for, 8 more minutes of stuff, but it was just done.
Oh, I was gonna say, something that Rainesha points out, specifically that because she's a woman, she has no political power. And she was about to have a legitimately good conversation with Krusty, and it's cut off. And I'm like, show, why do you keep doing this about the things that we care about?
Yeah, they literally almost for a second addressed the misogyny in the political structure for the people of the land. And then
you even hear Krusty's voice soften, like, oh, we're about to hear real Krusty. And it doesn't happen, and I'm mad about it.
I think we do hear real Krusty in this episode, though, right at the end, but we'll get to that. Oh, that's
other real Krusty. You're right.
Yeah. But to Joy's point. Which was... What was your point, Joy, from before?
Which one?
That there wasn't a lot of episode left?
Right, yes. Thank you, Ray, for reminding me what Joy's point was.
Okay, did you hear what I said? Because it was funny.
Yeah, I did.
I didn't. Could you say it again?
I said, you asked what my point was, and I said the hair in the opening.
Yeah, that's pretty good. But yeah, to Joy's point, I feel like a thing that this show does a lot, and I think it's probably, I think that the light novel came first, but I think it
did, yeah.
It's probably a consequence of the format of the light novel, but every episode of this show feels like the setup for something that's going to happen. And then, either the important thing happens off screen or the important thing happened like 500 years ago and no one's going to tell anybody about it. And like a lot of times when we're watching these episodes, it's just like, oh, is that it? Is that where the episode ends? Because it's like it's leading up to something and then it doesn't.
Mm-hmm.
Like last episode was all about how the dungeon kids were gonna fight and help protect the town from the goblins, and they had this whole thing. And Joy pointed out to be fair, it's to save on animation costs. But like in this episode, that was a big like dramatic moment for the kids last episode, and would probably lead to some like character development or something. But then in this episode, it just cuts to after the fight is already over, and they like are being like, oh, wow, you did such a good job. You were so cool in that fight.
Now, Jupiter, are you telling me you've never saved a village off screen?
Do you need to do that? Can you check your achievements for me?
Heck. Yeah, let me check my achievements. Let's see. All right, well, I've got all the feathers.
Okay, it's called Off-Screen Rescue.
Okay. Let's see. Well, I did throw 30 eggs into the campfire. Got one for that.
Okay.
I
mean, that's look at all these chickens. That's not...
Yeah. Oh, here it is. The off-screen village achievement. No, I didn't get that. I think, you know what? When that raid was happening, I think I was just AFK fishing.
Oh, okay. I mean, I can see you've put in a lot of time in fishing, so like...
Yeah, I mean, like, if you look at my stats, like, time spent at raids, it's just like 3 hours, time spent fishing, 6,000.
Yeah. So, at some point we gotta do that for you, huh?
Yeah. I still haven't caught all the fish. It's wild.
Well, are you only fishing in one spot? Anyway, we should do all this off screen.
Wait, there's more than one place to fish?
Oh, sweetie.
I just been using the pond at the starting village.
No, that's like 6 fish.
That explains so much, Ray.
I have to sit you down. Can you like close us out so we can do all of this off screen?
Yeah.
Again.
Are we done?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I think so.
Remember, wait, one more thing. Remember when Randy was like, hey, I love being an adventurer, and then the girl was like, but Randall, and that's further evidence that Rundis is a people of the land.
Yeah, he's actually, well, you know what, you're close, Joy, but I think what the evidence is actually pointing to is that it's that Randall is a monster from Monsters, Inc.
Oh my god. He was Steve Buscemi the whole time.
Steve Buscemi the whole time?
How does it happen that 2 out of our whatever many seasons Steve Buscemi has come up?
Steve Buscemi's gonna keep coming up, my man. I don't know what to tell you.
I know. I'm just...
Well, Steve Buscemi was literally part of one of them, so...
Yeah.
Well,
that one gets...
Yeah.
That one gets...
Log Horizon.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh my god. Well, it seems like we're done with this episode of Decked of Friendship. Well, you two, I do have one little thing to point out to the both of you, and I hope you'll follow me on this one.
Okay.
We do have a brand new 5-star iTunes review.
Oh my god. What?
Yeah. It's a chunky one. It's got some paragraph.
Well, did they indent?
They indent. Actually, they didn't. They didn't indent.
Oh, I can't read that then.
It's okay. I'll read it.
All right.
This is a 5-star review from I Cast Trans Your Jester.
My jester.
I'm so proud of them. That is truly an incredible username. They write, made me interested in a gamer anime. Not that I'll ever watch it, because it won't be 50% tangents about Pac-Man plot lines. Probably. Can't be sure. But seriously, this is the only review type podcast I've ever had an interest in, and that's entirely because it's just three friends having fun. I'd honestly get bored if they stayed on topic the entire time. Of course, they aren't boring on topic either. There's some genuinely fascinating discussions and theories, both serious and not so much. They handle the eternal curse of enemies. I'm not sure what I said. I think I
They are enemies.
Yeah, I combined the words anime and enemies on accident, which is very fun. They handle the eternal curse of anime's unsavory moments well, aka by deleting continual offenders, continual offenders from existence. Seriously, they had me convinced Joey was dueling an AI for an entire episode. Talk about commitment.
What are you talking about?
Yeah, Joey was fighting an AI. I don't know what other thing would have happened. Overall, though, keep in mind that this is a comedy podcast. If you only want serious reviews and discussions of fighting Vudons, you're better off on YouTube. That being said, maybe give this good old sound file a chance anyways. Everyone needs some laughs in their life. And I would like that VHS tape, please.
I've definitely mailed out all the VHS tapes, and I'm out of tape, so it's gonna take a few years.
It's definitely happened. You know who you are.
You know who you are, Ray.
And if you didn't get one, even though you submitted a review, then it was probably intercepted by I don't know.
Well, we've got so many detractors.
Yeah, we have. Yeah, well, I'll just you can name anyone. That's probably who took it.
Yeah, Joe Biden.
You know who it was? It was Red Herring.
Oh my gosh!
That's a pup named Scooby Doo joke for you.
I'm so I caught it, and I'm so glad, Joy. There was a very fresh pup named Scooby Doo reference.
Thanks.
Yeah. I'm so happy. I'm so happy right now.
Yeah. Thank you so much, iCast Transyour Jester, for the review.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Hey, I'm so sorry. There is one tiny little bit of the episode that we did not talk about that I do need to talk about, which is just Krusty saying "kill them all" and making an evil face.
Did he say that?
Yeah, at the very end.
Yeah, at the very end, he made an evil face and said, I'm gonna kill them all.
About who? The goblins?
Yeah. The goblins.
That's messed up.
Yeah, it's pretty messed up. This goes into the bad Krusty evidence.
This is the bad Krusty. What?
This podcast is the bad Krusty evidence.
I'm so glad, we've had the Deck of Friendship name for so long, and, I think it's run its course. I think, it's a perfect time to rebrand, to bad Krusty evidence. I'm
not gonna say no, but we do need more discussion about it before we
You're right.
decide to do that.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I shouldn't be doing shop talk during the podcast.
Here's my quick opinion on it. No. If that's cool.
That's my opinion on it.
That's fine, I guess. It's fine.
I just think it just captures the right energy,
What fine. Thank you so much for listening to Deck of Friendship. If you want to leave us a review anywhere on the internet, do it. A 5-star review would be very much appreciated. We very much appreciate the assistance in getting our show plugged into algorithms and such. And we will read it on the show. We always love getting them. You can support us on Patreon directly at patreon.com/artdeckaspects. It is a joint Patreon between all three of my podcasts. Artificial Ghost Radio, Deck of Friendship, and Enchanting Aspects. And you get early episodes to the best of my ability, and you get access to our sticker club, which is something that I think we were planning on ramping up this month, and then events happened, and now I think we're going to wrap it up next month. But yeah, watch out for the sticker club. Very excited about it. And is that it? We also have Twitter. That's a thing. We're on Twitter.
Twitter.com.
Yeah. Also, it's been a tiny little bit, but we'll go ahead and do our Twitch plugs here. Just for the funs of it, just for the what was it, the yummies of it.
For the yummies.
Just for the yummies.
This one's for the yummies. Hey, you can find me on twitch.tv /HellPrincessJupiter, where I stream 3 times a week. I stream Wednesday night, Friday night, and Saturday night, typically starting around 5 p.m. PST. Streaming Resident Evil. Currently, Bloodborne is on the docket, and a lot of Minecraft as well. And I stream on a schedule, and if you're looking for chill vibes and a nice nighttime energy, I am definitely your girl. So, check me out, twitch.tv /HellPrincessJupiter.
You can find me on twitch.tv /ninja.
No.
You can find me
again.
You can find me at twitch.tv /Fortnite.
I'm gonna go.
Twitch.tv /Ford.
You can find me on twitch.tv /Elleray13. I'm doing Final Fantasy Fridays again with my friend Joe, playing Final Fantasy VI. I stream on Mondays most times. I'm playing a lot of Pokemon Mystery Dungeon, and in a few weeks I'm going to be doing cooking and baking streams, hopefully. Go check it out.
Yeah.
Ooh.
If you want to access my content, go to any search and type in lowercase u, and then
Off to a good start.
I'm going to stop because I'm dying.
2 /, then a lowercase w, 2 more /, and then another lowercase u, and press enter.
Okay.
All right.
I went there.
What do you say?
The light of God. I have to go.
Thank you so much for listening to Deck of Friendship. It's time to log out.
Beep, boop, 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 boop.
Beep, boop, 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 boop.